All right. Hi, everybody. I'm Katie Brinkley, and I live here in Denver. I'm, I guess, a bit of a unicorn because I was born here in Colorado, and I have not left. Woo! So I have a lot of really fun slides, and you might want to take some pictures of them. So if you can't see either the slide deck here or here, now's a great time to come move forward. I work in social media, so I encourage taking pictures. And if you want to tag me on social media, I am Katie Brinkley. So I have a social media agency, and I'm kind of tired of posting on social media. Who here loves posting on social media? Wait, no one? Me neither. My hand didn't go up either. But this is the thing. I think that with so much that we see online today, it's that, you're not seeing success on social media. And I'm little. Can you guys see me back there? Should I stand up here? Okay, yay. All right. I think that with so much on social media today, it's, you're not seeing success. Well, it's your fault. You're not posting enough. Let's do a 365-day Facebook Live challenge, or let's go ahead and post 6 reels a day, because it's not like we have businesses to run or anything. So this is what we're going to talk about today, is I've developed a strategy where you can post less and actually see more business. And it comes down to having high quality posts more than having a ton of posts and just kind of doing the whole spaghetti at the wall method. And then really understanding who it is that you are talking to, who your audience is, because as you'll learn later, all of the audiences out there, all of the platforms, they're not the same. So before we get started with all of that good stuff, I do want to share a bit of a sob story with you. This was my first car. It's a sob. And I'm here for the jokes, guys. So this is my very first car. And it looks, it was a 1989 Saab. It says 2 days before my 16th birthday. And, it looks a little bit like a cigar. Who here has ever driven a Saab? Okay, so I don't know if they've changed it, but this is a manual, and the reverse is actually next to first gear. And every time I'd put it into first, it sounded like the engine was falling out. It had a real sensitive clutch. And I remember it might have actually been this evening that I got the car. But I went over to my friend Shannon's house, and she lived in the neighborhood. And I think we were watching a movie or something, and there's like 6 of my friends over, and my dad came to pick me up from Shannon's, and he brought the new car. And so everyone runs outside, and they're like, "Oh, Katie, it's your first car. I love it. It's so cute." God bless them. And they're like, "Oh, I love it." And my dad's like, "All right, Katie, let's drive it home." Well, it's a manual, and I still didn't have my license yet, but I jumped on in. I was like, "All right, let's do it." And I stalled. And I stuck it into first again, tried it, and I stalled. I was like, okay, well, maybe if I start it in reverse, it sounds like the engine's falling out, and I stalled. After about 15 minutes of this, my friends very politely went back into the house to let me struggle on my own. I got out of the car, and I yelled at my dad. I said, "I'm not doing this." And I slammed the door, and he said, "Well, good luck getting home. Get back in." And after, I really am not exaggerating on this, but after about half an hour of struggling to start this car, I got it going. Drove home, got out of the car. I was so mad at my dad, and I said, "I'm never driving this car again." I learned how to drive it. It just took a while. And it's the same with social media. Sometimes it feels like we're doing all the right things, and we just keep stalling. We just can't get the car or our social media going. But it takes practice in figuring it out, figuring out the different quirks that these different platforms have, the different ways of working the weird stick shift, the different ways of using all the ways that you can post on social media to really figure it out and get it going for you. Now that I'm up here, I can't. There we go. Maybe. There we go. All right, so who am I? I'm Katie Brinkley. I just wrote my first book, The Social Shift. It's all about building a community around your brand on social media and posting less on social media. Like I said, I have a social media and podcast production company, but I didn't go into business to become an influencer. I didn't. I post on social media to generate more business. And then, yeah, my business is called Next Step Social. I'm from Denver. I actually used to be the post-game reporter at 850 KOA. I did the Broncos and Rockies post-game reports in the locker rooms. That was fun. And then I was the marketing director at it was Root Sports, then DirecTV Sports, and then AT&T Sports Network, and now it's no longer, but the Colorado Rockies TV station. So that's a little bit about me. There we go. And so who here knows who they are talking to on social media? Okay, here she is. And this is one of the biggest mistakes that so many people are making when it comes to their social media, is that they're posting for themselves. You're posting to, all right, well, I got to get a post out. Let's just get ahead and get this out, and hopefully it drives some business or someone likes it, and maybe it'll go viral. Let's see. But this here is one of my favorite tools, and this is why I said you guys might want to be closer. But this is one of my favorite tools called Metricool. Has anyone here heard of Metricool? Okay. You can get all of the insights from your social media on Instagram, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, but this gets it all to you directly in one platform. You can see your website traffic, your Google ads, your Google My Business profile, everything. And guess what? You can track your competitors in there. See what they're doing, what they're posting. You can see what hashtags are working. How many posts did they use over the past, how many posts did they do over the past month? They did 480. Well, look, they didn't actually get any more engagement than you got. So it's a great way to track what it is that you're doing that's working and what your competitors are doing. Again, this is called Metricool. I do have an affiliate link if you want to check them out, katiebrinkley.com/cool. But this is one of my favorite tools for you to really look and see what's working, what's not, and what your audience is doing and resonating with. Is it mostly, so for me, I know that on LinkedIn, majority of my audience are C-suites and founders with at least 100 employees. That's my LinkedIn audience. However, over on Instagram, 75% of my audience are females between the ages 35 and 44. It's a very different audience. And this is where most of the people that on Instagram, I can sell a lot of my book. Over on LinkedIn, I sell a lot of my full service agency work. I have different ways of selling to them different products based on what the audience is on that platform. So, and before we get too far into this presentation, how many people are posting on two social media platforms? You can keep your hands up. How many are posting on 3? 4? There she is again. Just 1. Okay. And this is where I think that with all of these social media platforms, there's a different audience, there's a different way of showing up, there's a different way of communicating with them based on what you have the capacity for. And I get it. Like even Metricool has this really cool feature in there where you can have a content calendar, schedule things, it has AI caption writers, but you have to know who it is that you're talking to, because if I'm trying to sell my full-blown agency work over on Instagram, I'm gonna get really discouraged because that's not my target audience over there. The people over there are a lot of solopreneurs, people that want to do it themselves and learn how to do best practices. So I have to change up my messaging and my products based on that audience. So here we are with, according to Sprout Social, the most engaging social content, according to consumers, are posts that entertain them, followed by giving them a discount, then teaching them something, references my interests, tells a story, and then references my services is at the very, very bottom. So I think that this is what you have to understand. Like, majority of people are just going there to kill time. They're not going to social media to buy something. Knowing what your target audience wants to buy is going to be the biggest thing so that you can lead them down that customer journey. And this is where I have in March of was it just a year ago, 23, I went through like a really bad depression. I did not want to post on social media. I had nothing to say. It was hard for me just to remain consistent in my business. But because of the content that I had on my social media account, I posted 3 times for the whole month of March, And it was my best sales month ever. And it's because I had content on there that was able to sell my product and my services, say what I did, what made me different, and why they should do business with me, that I was still getting the sales calls coming in, even though I was completely uninspired to post anything. I'm not saying to do that, folks, but I'm just saying that if you have the right content on your social media feeds, it's going to continue selling for you and driving revenue. I was able to do that because I knew who my audience was. Hashtags still work. That's one of the most common questions I get. Yes, hashtags still work, but not in the way that you might think that they do. Using the reason why that March was so beneficial for me is because even though I wasn't inspired to post, I still showed up every day for 10 minutes, and I engaged with the hashtags that my target audience was using. So I work with a lot of coaches, consultants, realtors. So I spent a lot of time in the hashtag Denver Realtor. I was still generating the right people coming in, following me, asking me how they could work with me. And it wasn't by going to their posts and being like, hey, come buy from me. It was by just leaving a genuine comment. Like saying, oh, I love that. I love the Tennyson neighborhood. So cool that you're listing a house over there. Just leaving a genuine comment and fostering a connection with my audience. This is what I believe so many of us are forgetting about, is we've been told just create more content, but we're not actually connecting and building community on these platforms. Being engaging on social media and leaving those comments is just as effective as creating the content when you know who it is that you're talking to. Have that list of, okay, these are the hashtags that my target audience is using. You can use 10 and just go through, okay, it's Monday, now I'm gonna do hashtag Denver Realtor. Now it's Tuesday, I'm gonna do, hashtag, Inglewood Business, whatever it is, and just go down 10 minutes and engage with the posts that you find. When you're doing this, it's going to help those people see you as a human and not just another person that's trying to sell to them. One of the best tips I can share is watching stories from your target audience. If you go to my stories today and you leave a comment or like it, you'll pop up in my DMs. Guess what? And it won't be weird for you to be in my DMs because you were commenting from my stories. The stories are where the magic happens, people. And it allows you to have those one-on-one conversations. How great would it be to know, like, if someone watches your story, they say, oh, I love those flowers. I get all of my flowers from, I don't know what shop this is from, but they're beautiful. Here. Yay, yes. Oh, they're beautiful. I love them. I get all of my flowers from there. Or where did you get those flowers? Now I can go in and sell and have a conversation with them and get to know, oh yeah, well, we get our flowers every Monday. You should come in and you can go check them out, whatever. Having those one-on-one conversations with your actual audience makes a world of difference. And this is my favorite. All right, because they're not the same. If we haven't established that yet, social media platforms are not the same, but we're ready.
Don't mix us up, don't mix us up, don't mix us, don't mix us up, don't mix us up, don't mix us, don't mix us up, don't mix us up, don't mix us up. We look a little bit alike, but you gotta get it right. I'm a cabbage, I'm a lettuce. Don't mix us up, don't mix us up, don't mix us up, don't mix us, don't mix us up, don't mix us up. Don't mix us up, will you please? It goes better with blue cheese. I'm the L in BLTs. Don't mix us up. Don't mix us up. Don't mix us up. Don't mix us. Don't mix us up. Don't mix us up.
All right, it goes on for another 2.5 minutes. And there's an entire series about whipped cream, shaving cream, all of that. So if you guys are interested, the reason I share that, don't mix up these platforms. They all are different. They might look alike, man, and they're trying to be alike, but there's different cultures, there's different ways to post on them. Don't mix them up. and you can just get that little song stuck in your head next time you think about just sharing that TikTok over to Instagram. Don't mix them up. So this is the 4-post framework, and I call it the awareness to action strategy. And it's designed to move people with less posting into actually coming in and buying from you, raising their hand and saying, I'm ready to do business with them. The very first post is awareness. And so who here mostly posts on Instagram? I felt like the majority of people here are Instagram. Okay, who is Facebook? LinkedIn? Okay, all right, so I found a lot of Instagram examples to share this, but all of these platforms have different ways of getting the most reach right now. And it was just announced on LinkedIn, that's gonna be changing soon, but we're gonna go off of Instagram first. So the best post to get the most reach on Instagram right now is Reels. So if you create a Reel using the trending audios, using I don't even remember what it's called, like the sound stuff, like ASMR, that stuff. Those are really trending right now. And this is somebody, so this is Greenwich Letterpress. They did a great job with an awareness post. So it's using the algorithm in your favor to make people more aware of you and your content. So they did a Reel, and they provided intrigue. So saying like, I got, they're showing this little, I shopped at Greenwich Letterpress, and all I got was tremendously happy buying stickers. And it's like, well, wait a second, because you can see she's holding something, and then she opens it up. They provided the intrigue. It sounds really simple, but well, what's on the inside? And they used trending audio. And this Reel that they did, they posted it a week ago, but it went somewhat viral, and it had over, I think, 1,100 likes. And literally all they're doing is opening up a matchbook. And it's because they use the algorithm to say, okay, here I am posting a Reel, which is what you want us to do to get the most reach, and I'm providing intrigue, and oh, well, what's on the inside? So using these algorithms in your favor is kind of the heart of the 4-post strategy. An awareness post is always going to be the new kid on the block for these platforms. Instagram, it's a Reel. Facebook, it's those just like a sentence with a different color background. And LinkedIn, it's polls, but LinkedIn is rolling out an entire Reels or short form video feed soon, so we'll see what happens with that. But using an awareness post to make people aware of you and your content. They did not say come in and buy it. They just were making people aware of what it is that they have to offer and using trending audio. The next post is an elaboration. So educating your audience and taking them behind the scenes. So educating them with a tip or tutorial, elaborate. So in this one here from, man, I do need glasses. This is 40. Rare Device. So this was a Reel that they shared where they built the wall art and showed them how they did the wall art that they hung around their retail shop. This one here was shown how they were packing a gift bag. So elaborating on one of the services that they have or one of the features of their store. These are both Reels. They did share it from TikTok, but we won't go there. Just remember, they're not the same. But this is a great spot for carousel posts on Instagram because every time someone swipes, that counts as an engagement. So elaborating people with a different way of consuming content. So I have a 6 and a 9-year-old, and anytime something that makes a sound comes on through my phone, they're instantly over my shoulder saying like, Mom, what are you looking at? What are you doing? I'm like, nothing, go away. So I don't watch a ton of short form videos because most of the time I got 2 kids running around. But give me a good old-fashioned carousel post. I don't care if it was 3 days ago. My Instagram algorithm says, here comes Katie Brinkley. Let's show her this older post because she'll spend more time on our platform. If you're only creating Reels, you're only creating images, you're only creating carousels, you're missing out on the different ways that people consume content. The next post is community. This one should be your favorite post to do every single week because it's allowing you to just be you and show what it is that makes you different, showing the you behind your business. So in this post here, by Homebody DIY, they went on TV, and that's a big moment. Like everyone was so excited to celebrate with them. So, and it's just a single image showing that, hey, look at what I'm up to. Look at, I made it on TV. This is a big week for me, and sharing your success. This one here was for Women's History Month. So they're showcasing all of their women's staff. And these are the ways that you're going to, again, move the needle because people want to see who they're doing business with. And I mean, COVID was really hard for a number of reasons, but I think that a lot of people thought, well, they started making all this content because we had nothing else to do other than create a bunch of content, but we've forgotten about building the right content and showcasing, hey, this is what we do, this is a little bit more information about that, and now, hey, here's the people behind that. That's where now we can actually get into asking people to buy from us. So none of these posts, if you notice, said, hey, come buy from me, work with me. These are the posts where you can finally ask people to come in and do business with you. So this one here is from Tula House, and they did just a reel showcasing their shop, walking around, showcasing, okay, well, we have this up here. We moved stuff around, and showcase people to come on in and come buy from them. This one here was showcasing a number of different packets that they have, like, not packets, packages, like, so people could, each hamper, they're from the UK, so each hamper contains products from small local London brands that we love. And so, I mean, it allows people to then see like, oh, well, I could use that product. That'd be a great, gift for so-and-so. If you're constantly showing up and asking people to leave social media, you're going to miss out on the different ways that the algorithm can help you. Again, using the awareness post for more reach, using the elaboration post to educate and inform and get people to ask questions and like. The community post, that's what's gonna really recharge you in the algorithm one more time and get by people saying like, that's awesome, I love this, like, heart it up. And now you've got all those people recharged for the next post saying, hey, do you want to do business with me? Let's go one step further. You can leave social media and buy from me. And I do just have to say this, it's not in the slides here. I do have an Instagram, like a 10 commandments to optimize your Instagram profile. I'll have a link for that at the end. But that's one of the biggest misses I think all of us have made is we create our Instagram accounts and then we kind of forget about optimizing the about section. That's going to work wonders once you optimize that area. And again, in addition to having the, just 10 minutes a day of engaging and not really creating a ton of content, by having my profile optimized by saying what it is that I do, who I work with, why you can trust me, and a link telling them why they need to click that link, that's why I was able to still generate revenue. By asking people to just click the link in your bio, you're missing out on a huge opportunity. Your call to action should always be to comment a certain word, to like this post if, to comment if you've ever struggled with or if you like this. Start the conversation because the people that decide to get both thumbs going, those are the people that you can then follow up and say, oh, well, the peanut butter one, like, oh, have you tried this one yet? You can ask them a question. Oh, no, but I just love peanut butter. Oh, well, I'd love to send you Tall Dainty Kitchen some sample of our peanut butter and get to know them better. Asking people to leave a comment is going to let you to actually identify a face or a person to go with your biggest fans. So a 2023 Sprout Social study revealed that 42% of marketers, so people like me, plan to leave social media within the next 2 years due to burnout. And that's really sad. We're all in this, I mean, if you think about it, even Leonardo DiCaprio takes a 5-year hiatus in between movies when he goes off with his 20-year-old models. It's hard to be creative all the time, especially if you're trying to run a business. So how can you make sure that you don't get burnt out? And it's by posting less and posting with intention. And trust me, if you get a lot of likes and a lot of engagements on your post, you're going to be way more inspired to keep at it. Creating 3-4 posts a week using this strategy is going to allow you to maintain that consistency, not get burnt out, and build a community around your business and your brand. So we're kind of wrapping it up here, but I want you all to keep in mind that when COVID happened, we all turned into our own little content creating machines. And it can be really, really hard to not get discouraged and burnt out. Having a plan in place of, okay, this is my theme of the week. I'm going to promote the wall art. How can I promote the wall art to get people to come in and buy coffee from me? Well, let's do a cool trending audio with showcasing the behind the scenes of this. And then let's do an elaboration post about the artist that did this. I have no idea on this. This might just be, decals. But let's do the artist that did this and what the inspiration was as a carousel. Let's do the community of showcasing all of the people here that work at Huckleberry standing in front of the wall art. And then, by the way, if you guys want to come in, we're going to be offering a lavender latte special this weekend only for $1 off. Come on in. Now you've told the story, and get your picture in front of the cool wall art while you're here with your lavender latte. It will make people feel like they are connected to you and your brand. And like I said, here it is. Here comes that magic QR code for the Instagram bio builder, the 10 tips to being more successful on Instagram. Go ahead and scan that. It's like I said, it's real far away for you in the back. It's a QR code down here. But if you do just want to send me the DM on Instagram with Faire, #Faire, I will send you that for free. And it's free. So thank you so much.